Hey everybody, I want to give you a walkthrough of Fundy Designer and show you everything that you can do. Many people know us for our album design software, but in Fundy Designer you can design albums, you can proof your albums online with your clients, you can design cards, you can design wall art, you can even do full IPS sessions, whether those are in person or over Skype or Zoom or anything like that. And once your clients have finalized their order, you can use Perfectly Clear, which is built into one click, retouch the skin, eyes, under eyes, everything. So Fundy Designer is a Mac and Windows based desktop software, so you'll install it on your computer just like you would Lightroom and then import your photos so they're ready to design. With Album Builder, you can design flush mount albums, press books, and even matted albums without any templates or anything. Fully free design. The first thing you'll want to do is choose your album company. We have all of the specs for all of the top album companies worldwide. There's over 140 different album companies built into Fundy Designer. Simply drag the photos on a page, click the layout buttons, and you can dynamically look through over 120 different layouts. Super easy. Just choose the layout you like, click a button, and the album is designed. Fundy Designer is one of the only programs that allow you to design between pages. So I can drag this photo onto another page, this photo onto another page, so you can design between pages. If you go into Designer View, you have even more control. I can change the photos on the left to square photos, and the photos on the right to square photos without having to choose a new design or do anything difficult with the design process. We can swap photos to different places, take a photo and add a photo to design without having to do any redesign. And with our brand new design library, using auto design, you can design a classic album in a second, and we actually look at all the timestamps in the photos and design a beautiful album for you. You can custom design matted albums just by choosing a matted album design set. You can design family albums with those same design sets. Grad albums. So we have all of these design sets that are set up with the designs pre-made and done. Just click the auto design with your photos, and then you can go in and obviously rearrange the design however you would like. We went with really classy designs that modern clients are going to love, and they're not going to see these designs out in the consumer world at Costco or anything like that. And with auto design, you have a ton of control. So for example, you can open up our image browser and we can select these photos and we can say group them. So then when we click auto design, it's going to put all of those photos on the same spread for me. And you'll notice also with those tagging, you can tag cover photo, main photo, panorama, etc. So auto design is not a stupid automation. It lets you do whatever you want. Let's take a look at some of the design sets available in the design library. Check out this beautiful wedding, grad, family, baby books, all available in just a few clicks. And once you're done, you can click export, ready to print, or you can one-click direct order through a ton of labs worldwide. And once your design is done, sending a link to proof that album is super easy. The clients will receive a beautiful link just like this one that they can flip through, a beautiful flip book of their album on Mac, Windows, Android, iPhone, iPad, anything. And if they love the album, we made a big giant approve design button in that big orange button where they can click it to approve that design, or if they want, they can click the little tiny request changes option. And if they want to make changes, they can make changes on that album by putting a comment in a direct position, so you know exactly what they're talking about. And if they forget to proof their album, we have automated email reminders to remind them to proof their album. And once you know how to design albums and proof them, you can design cards super easy. So this is Card Designer. Simply choose the size of card you want, drag a photo in. Everything in the card is editable, so we can change the color of this overlay to match the look and the feel of the photo. We can move it around. Obviously, we can change the text out. The text pulls all of the fonts in your system. Super, super easy. Once your design is done, you can alter that design because these aren't templates, they're a design set. So I can add a bunch more photos to that area. We can go through, I can change the background color. Super easy to design a card with your branding. Here are some of the examples of our card designs. Here's some baby, thank you cards, save the date cards, Christmas cards, grad cards. Super easy, super fun. And again, once you're done, you can export for print. And if you're in the US, you can order direct with one click to Miller's. And we're looking to add another printer worldwide soon. Gallery Designer lets us design wall art. Drag the photos into the room. Once the photos are there, you can select the photos, move them around, resize, change the cropping, etc. Once the photos are on the page, you can click the layout buttons and choose from any of the layouts available in Fundy Designer for that wall art. You can easily bring in a client room, just bring it in, measure anything in the room, and then it's part of your project. Then when you drag that client room in, it's going to resize to fit that client area. We see these photos are too big, so I can grab those photos and dynamically resize to some sizes that fit for this wall. You can also design composites where you design multiple photos just on one big canvas. And in Fundy Designer, you can design with canvas prints, metal prints, frame prints, and more. So whatever you want to design for the wall, you can design it right in Fundy Designer. And when you're done and you click export for print, it's going to automatically crop and upsize or downsize those photos for you. And with Miller's and soon to be Bay Photo, you can order with one click. Now, everybody in the photo industry knows that the only way to do really big upsells with albums and wall art, etc., is to sit down with your client. But we also know it's kind of hard. So we made in-person sales super, super easy. You can sit down at a projector, you can do this over Skype, you can do this on a TV, however you want. And with any IPS session, the first part is always the slideshow. So the great thing about Fundy Designer is that the slideshows are super simple, and you can do a slideshow of just the photos, or you can also do a slideshow with the album design, and that's key for having a really great design and showing that design to your clients. And once that album design is done, you can show a gallery design. So here's a really, really short one. We can show beautiful galleries on the wall. They can be simple, they can be complex. We can show those save the date cards, family cards, etc. And then we can end it, that's the back of the card, and then we can end it with your own logo, etc. Also, you can show the clients the photos and they can go through and favorite which ones they love the best, and then you can use those to design. You can compare two different photos to see which one they like better, favorite, unfavorite, and help them decide which photos they want to have in their album, wall art, or cards. And one thing unique to Fundy Designer is we have our design view with all of the icons, etc., but we also have the client view. And this allows the client to view their design without seeing all of the behind the scenes things. Setting up your pricing is super easy. You can set up your albums and book pricing. You can put base pricing and per photo. And then when you add that album to their order, it's going to do all of the calculations for you. So it's going to put that base price in plus any extra images or photos for that total price. And it automatically creates a beautiful PDF output with their entire order, and that order is stored within the project, so you never have to worry about remembering what they ordered. There's a place for them to sign off on this, so there's a place for them to put in your agreement, and they can sign off with their name, and then you can sign off on the order so everything's approved. And you can set up everything in the back end super simple. Put in your logo, put in your legalese, choose what you want to show on that PDF, put in your currency, tax or VAT rate, the name of that tax or VAT, how it's calculated. If you're in the US, Canada, UK, mainland Europe, it doesn't matter. And once that order is all done, you can retouch everything in one click. So I'm going to click this, and then instantly it's going to detect the gender and age of the person. You see it retouch the eyes, under the eyes, and then also that skin for us. And we added batch syncing, so you can retouch one photo, select 4 or 5 more, and click the sync button just like you do in Lightroom and sync those settings across. So it's super, super simple. So here is a nice before, and that's after. And the reason we chose Perfectly Clear is you notice she is not plastic. It is a really nice retouch of her skin, under eyes, and just makes her look a little bit better. So that's an overview of the entire Fundy suite. So remember, you can design more than just albums. You can design albums, you can proof them online, you can design cards, you can design wall art, you can do a full in-person sales session in person, over Skype, on a TV projector. It's really up to you. And then once that order is done, you can retouch right in Fundy Designer. Most people are retouching an entire wedding in like 10 minutes, so huge time saver. So just head on over to fundy.com, download the trial, and you're gonna love playing around with the most powerful album design suite in the entire industry.